Get inspired. This is a series of sessions which I've created to help people stand up and be proud, be courageous, and as a team really create impact. So have you ever wondered if your team are really creating the most impact that they can? If they're really collaborating in a way as to support each other? These sessions are a series of sessions which can be taken as a single session or as a group of sessions together, with aim to engage and inspire your employees, to improve communication, to engage in more courageous discussions, really open up the heart of the discussions and understand how they can work better together, build better relationships, and see what new possibilities of what they can achieve. So, unfortunately, we don't get taught in school how to be a good leader, how to take the most of the opportunities that we have in being unique, in how to listen to ourselves and others and have courageous conversations about difficult subjects. We don't get taught these things in the way we're taught maths at school. And yet time and time again, the research shows that people are being turned off. Employees are disengaging because they don't really know how to engage in a way that's meaningful, or the culture isn't supporting how they want to engage and how they want to create something together as a team. So these sessions will help unlock, help challenge people to really think about what it is that they can create, what contribution they can make, and stand up courageously and offer that to the team, to each other, and also to themselves. So the sessions that I'm offering are things that I've created over the last few years, which I've seen have worked in building teams, in helping people interact with each other. The first one, and probably the most important, as with all of my coaching, it always starts with the individual. It always starts with you. You've got to look inwards before you can really look outwards and understand the impact you're having elsewhere. So I ask people, what is your superpower and how can you use it? So I really believe that each of us is completely unique, and that uniqueness is the biggest advantage that we have. I want people to really take off their cloaks of invisibility and stand up proud and tell people what's important to them, what are their values, what are they good at, what are their strengths and talents, and what does their life story bring to who they are today? How does that actually show up for them? Because each and every one of these parts is really what helps us be different. If we were all the same, life would be boring. And actually, the biggest opportunity for innovation and creativity in organisations is around cognitive diversity, harnessing these unique perceptions, these unique thoughts and feelings, and putting them in to the mix to really open up possibilities. So this session really challenges the individuals, and it's a great session to build a team connection. The next session I offer is what I call setting your intention to succeed. So often we create a goal, and yet we don't always know why we're aiming for that goal. And actually what we often do is when we get to that goal, check in the box, carry on, move on to the next thing. We don't even celebrate it. So setting an intention to succeed is all around this process. Setting a goal, getting clear as to why it's important. And if it's that important, if you're setting your intention to go there, when you get there, celebrating it, recognising, reflecting back as to how far you've come. This all helps us individually actually understand why we're doing what we're doing and actually connect with the essence as to what is important about that, which helps drive our actions, which helps drive our behaviours, and helps us actually achieve the goal that we're looking towards. The next session is called Emotional Intelligence is a Strength. There's a lot of talk around emotional intelligence in the last few years, and yet so many people actually struggle to bring it into the workplace. They don't know how to have that conversation, to bring it up in a meeting like they would bring up facts and figures. So what I offer is a few simple structures and help people build confidence in using emotional intelligence. And if they don't have it themselves, how to actually pull it out in the workplace, bring it in, make it a part of the conversation. So this will give you my top 3 insights into emotional intelligence and really what it can unlock in the workplace. The next session is stepping into courageous conversations. I think you've probably figured from me now that having a difficult discussion is so needed if we want to create solutions to help to create a better future for life on Earth. So if we want to make changes in, how we deal with diversity, in how we deal with sustainability, they're not simple problems. They're not ones where we can sit there and have a discussion where everyone sits in their own bubble and doesn't really contribute what they're thinking and what they're feeling. If we're emotionally invested in a topic, that means we care. Actually, that's what we want our employees to be. We want them to be emotionally invested. We want them to be passionate about what they're doing, and therefore you cannot separate emotions from the facts and the figures and the discussion. It's really important to be able to bring this out, to be able to have a conversation, because this is where co-collaboration, innovation and creativity will thrive. So in this session, I set out how you can create this space, how you can create the opportunity to really delve into this level, and how this actually creates trust and creativity within a team. So there are some really simple structures which I can use. But this is something which I've really learned in the last few years. I used to run in the opposite direction from difficult discussions. And now I spend every day stepping into them, helping other people step into them for the benefit of everyone else. Saying no with confidence is not just about saying no, whatever it says on the screen. It's actually around creating boundaries and understanding what's important about those boundaries to you. There's a great saying that if we focus on everything, we're effectively focusing on nothing. If we say yes to everything we ever get asked in life, we'd never have time. We wouldn't be able to do it. So this is about understanding how to create those boundaries and actually what does it mean to say no to somebody else? And also, what does it mean when we say yes to somebody else? What are we actually saying no to for ourselves? So I open up this discussion and allow people to understand that actually we can become more effective, more productive by being clear as to what's important to us and setting those boundaries and saying no in the right places. And the last one I've got here is coaching to lead. So I used to be a leader who coached, and now I've switched into a coach who leads. Now these two skill sets are really closely linked. They're about enabling others. They're about creating a safe space for others to grow and others to thrive. So it's really important to me that leadership and coaching go hand in hand. So I'm going to share with you my insights from my time in leadership and how, now that I'm a coach, you can use the coaching skill sets within leadership. Because I often get asked, how can I do this? And also, how can I do this when the going gets tough? When I've got really tight timescales? How can I still do this? So this session is really to be curious and open up what the potential for coaching has for your organisation. So all of these sessions are designed to inspire and challenge. They're not designed to be simple ones where people walk out of the session and never think about it again. All of these sessions will open up something for the individuals who attend, for the teams who attend, the bonds where they get together. We want to create that connection and deepen that connection between the members and also create immediate implementable change. So at the end of each session, I'm always challenging the individuals. What can you do differently tomorrow? What can you take away from this session and go implement tomorrow? either as an individual and also within the team. So why am I doing this? You see, my vision, and this is why I've called my company Unique You, is to really create a world where everyone can stand up and engage in discussions about what matters most. They can take off these cloaks of invisibility where we're trying to be like other people and actually own who they are. Share courageously about what they think and what they feel. Create a space to be listened to and to listen to others and be challenged by others. As I've said before, we're not going to create major change in the world by kind of just living with the world with people who agree with what we think. We've got to be courageous in how we're going to engage with other people. So I believe we've probably got all the technology around us that we need to make major change, major positive change in the world in which we live. And now it's about enabling people, creating the space to be able to create change on a really meaningful level, in the way we act, in the way we behave, in the way we collaborate together. That'll be the next unlock in terms of really creating innovative solutions. I see so many companies who are talking about innovation and creativity, and yet very few companies actually live it. So let's create a spark for your organisation and start some really courageous conversations. If you want to find out more, then please feel free to contact me. You can reach out to me on any of these channels. Please feel free to look at any of my videos on YouTube or any of my content on LinkedIn or on my website. I'd be happy to talk further. Take care. Bye.